Juno in Sagittarius, October 1st through December 29th, 2025. Partnerships are about to get adventurous, philosophical, and maybe even a little wild as asteroid goddess Juno, the goddess who rules marriage, commitment, and sacred contracts, travels through fiery Sagittarius. Expect relationships to expand their horizons, seek deeper meaning, and push against old boundaries. Eliane Nicole here, your astrologer and tarot reader, bringing you the planetary transits to help you surf these cosmic currents with awareness, grace, and alignment. And as promised, I'm going to start incorporating more asteroid goddess content on my YouTube as I do work with them in my practice, and I find that they add important, nuanced insights, even though they are not as pronounced as the planets. In today's video, I'm breaking down Juno's transit through Sagittarius, what it means collectively, which signs it's affecting the most personally, and the key dates where Juno makes major aspects to other planets. As the wife goddess, Juno applies most importantly to wives. Even work wives are included, as Juno not only represents traditional marriage, but long-term business partnerships and creative collaborations as well. Juno can also be prominent for bands, really any contractual long-term relationship commitment. So Juno is important to track if you are a wife, if you have a wife, and you want to better understand what she's going through and her point of view. And by the way, I use the word her to represent the yin partner in the relationship. Regardless of heterosexual or same-sex relationships, there's always a yin and a yang. So make sure you have something to jot notes on, because I will be sharing those key aspect dates towards the second half of the video, and those are days you'll want to pay extra attention to in your calendar, especially if you're married. But before we dive in, I would love your support in helping me grow this community. Please make sure to subscribe. Please hit the notification bell and drop a like or a comment. It really helps me in the algorithm. It allows me to continue with these free astrological offerings. And I'm also aiming for a personal milestone to reach 1,000 subscribers by my birthday on October 8th. I know it's a tall order. I only have a little over 900 now, but I believe in miracles. So if you would like to give me a birthday gift, please share this channel with a friend who loves astrology and tarot. Every subscriber truly makes a difference. Now, without further ado, here's today's reading on Juno in Sagittarius. Let's start with who Juno is. In astrology, Juno is the asteroid of marriage, commitment, loyalty, and agreements we enter into with others. She's the wife goddess, but she really represents the archetype of partnership contracts. What we expect from others, what we demand, and sometimes where the power struggles can arise. Unlike planetary transits, asteroid transits are more subtle. You might not feel them as strongly unless they touch a personal planet or point in your birth chart by exact degree, or transit a personal planet in your birth chart by exact degree. But the more self-aware you are, the more you'll pick up on these undercurrents, and they can bring powerful insights about your relational patterns. So, what does it mean for Juno to move through Sagittarius? Sagittarius is the sign of freedom, philosophy, truth, and expansion. With Juno here, the themes of partnership get filtered through this adventurous, fiery lens. This is a season of asking, do my relationships allow me to grow? Do we share the same vision or beliefs? Am I honoring both commitment and freedom? Relationships may feel restless if they're too confining, or they may flourish when built around shared values, travel, learning, or spiritual growth. Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, will feel this transit the most intensely, often through tension, square aspects, or oppositions. These could bring friction in relationships, but also breakthroughs that clarify what's working and what isn't. For Sagittarians, with this transit in your sign, you are entering a phase where relationships and agreements are filtered through the lens of freedom, truth, and growth, which is pretty normal for you, but it's extra emphasized. You may feel a stronger urge to align with people who share your vision for the future, your adventurous spirit, or your philosophical outlook. This transit asks Sagittarius to redefine what commitment looks like, not as limitation, but as an expansion into greater honesty, authenticity, and shared purpose. For Geminis, it will be opposing your placements, so it's likely to bring up oppositional forces or standoffs in relationships around themes of communication, freedom, exploration, and devotion. Opposing views need to be acknowledged and integrated to overcome adversity, or else this could be a breaking point. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and stelliums will be hit with the square to Juno at some point over the next 3 months as she transits Sagittarius. This square arises because Virgo and Sagittarius both seek understanding, but in radically different ways. Virgo wants to understand and control through precision, systems, and critical thinking. Sagittarius wants to grasp meaning and purpose through freedom, faith, and philosophical expansion. So when Juno and Sagittarius squares Virgo placements, it disrupts Virgo's need for order, reliability, and service, with Juno Sagittarius themes of freedom, expansion, and higher truth in relationships. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Leo and Aries are getting harmonious trines. For you, this could feel like a season of flow in partnerships with inspiration and adventure on the rise. Overall, this is a great time to ask yourself, what commitments spark joy, growth, and possibility? And now I want to talk about some of the collective expressions of Juno traveling through Sagittarius. But if you'd like to do a deeper dive into how Juno's transit specifically affects your rising sign, please subscribe to my new Substack newsletter, Keys to the Cosmos. I just launched it October 1st. There I'll be sharing both written work and videos on astrology and tarot. Free subscribers receive a monthly astrology overview, all the transits of the entire month ahead, and the tarot card of the month, which is numerological. Paid subscribers unlock a much more personalized experience: monthly rising sign astrology breakdowns, weekly rising sign astrology readings, and all 12 sun sign tarot readings. Founding subscribers, the luminaries, also get the perk of cosmic quickies, up to 3 astrology questions per month about their personal charts and transits answered by voice note, and also 20% off on readings. So go ahead over to Keys to the Cosmos, subscribe now, get the October 2025 overview. Now back to the reading. On the collective level, Juno and Sagittarius can spotlight themes of intercultural unions, cross-cultural dialogue, and even legal or political conversations around marriage, partnership, and contracts. We may see public debates about the philosophies or belief systems that shape how people commit to one another. It's a season where collective partnerships, alliances between groups or nations could be renegotiated, tested, or expanded. Now let's talk about some of the key dates and aspects. October 2nd, Juno trine Neptune retrograde in Aries, caught up in the rapture of love. Idealism and spiritual partnership themes arise. This is a transit where couples or partners take inspired action on their dreams. This can bring a lot of passion forth between couples. On October 4th, Juno opposes Uranus, retrograde in Gemini. This brings relationship surprises, breakthroughs, or shakeups. This might be disruptive gossip or a shocking conversation or shocking words that disrupt couples, friendships, or even sibling relationships. For the collective, there will probably be a shocking high-profile divorce announcement in the news. On October 5th, Juno sextiles Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Deep transformative bonds are activated. This is an opportunity for deep transformation in relationships. It's a sextile, so it's subtle. You have to co-create with the energy proactively. Otherwise, it can just kind of be happening under the surface in the shadows. October 17th, Venus in Libra sextiles Juno. Sweet diplomatic energy for love, an opportunity for romance between spouses or lovers, or a beautiful collaboration between artists. This is also an opportunity for a single person to meet the person who will be their spouse, especially if Venus or Juno are transiting your 7th house of marriage and long-term commitment. October 20th, Juno trines Ceres retrograde in Aries, nurturing partnerships. This might be a time for couples to celebrate victories in parenting or successfully overcoming a tough situation with their children or parents, or just a time to be extra nurturing to each other. On August 27th, Juno sextiles Pallas Athene in Aquarius. This brings wisdom and agreements. This is a great aspect for signing contracts for new partnerships, whether that be marriage, business, or creative collaborations. It seems like smart, clear decisions are being made with respect to partnerships, alliances, and long game strategy on this day. November 18th, Juno squares the nodes of fate, a karmic crossroads in partnerships. This is a huge day for Juno to be in the bins with the nodes of fate. This is a fork in the road for marriages that have been teetering on the edge. This is a time where the choice is made that forever alters the direction of the relationship moving forward. December 1st, Mars conjoins Juno and Sagittarius, passion, fire, but also conflict if not handled well. This is an action-packed day for spouses, business partners, and creative collaborators, but it could also bring up some friction and test our anger management and conflict resolution skills in relationships. December 9th, Juno trines Chiron, retrograde in Aries, healing old wounds through partnership. This can mean a wife is healed successfully from an illness or sickness, or that a relationship is healed and passion, inspiration, and creativity is lighting up the couple. So, December 16th, Juno squares Saturn retrograde. Saturn in Pisces, not retrograde anymore. Testing commitments, reality checks. December 22nd, Venus conjunct Juno and Sagittarius. Beautiful alignment for love, marriage, or partnership breakthroughs, especially for all of the air and fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. December 27th, Juno squares Neptune in Pisces. Watch for illusions, projections, or dissolving boundaries in relationships. This will dissolve some marriages, or at least dissolve some of the fantasies or ideals one partner has had about the other or the relationship leading up to this point. For artists, this could be disillusionments or conflicts in a creative collaboration, but once it's resolved, that will really lead to strengthening the work and making it less cliche. December 29th, finally, Juno leaves Sagittarius and enters Capricorn, marking a shift we'll cover in another video. So stay tuned to this YouTube channel for all of the planetary ingresses and asteroid ingresses, and giving you a look ahead at the transits. So thank you so much for joining me. In closing, there you have it. Juno and Sagittarius will test, expand, and inspire our commitments between October 1st and December 29th, 2025. Remember, these themes may be subtle, but if they touch your personal chart, you'll feel them more strongly. Drop a comment below if you know where Sagittarius falls in your chart, and let's see how this season may play out for you. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I cover Juno's move into Capricorn, as well as all of the other planetary ingresses of the month. In conclusion, life is lifing, the world is worlding. Stay heavily meditated, my friends.